All right, guys, I've got a real treat for you today. I'm here with Jay Overton. We're at Corrales Golf Club in Punta Cana, an absolute jewel in the crown of Caribbean golf. He is the tournament director at the PGA Tour Punta Cana Open.
Yes.
He's done an absolutely fantastic job. Also a consultant to Corrales, am I right in saying that?
The owners of the resort.
Yep. And has an absolutely amazing career. How long have you been around the game of golf?
Well, since Sam Snead handed me a club when I was 15 months old. My father was a professional, but I started my professional career at Pinehurst in '72. Went to Innisbrook in '78 in Florida, and played the tour, played the Champions Tour. Finally retired, and then they coached me into coming down here 17 years ago.
Did they have to twist your arm?
They actually did.
They did?
I'm a fisherman, and yeah, they did, and I did, and I was coming for 2 years, and it's such a marvelous place.
Yeah.
I hadn't left.
Yeah, I think you made a good decision. If you don't mind me saying so, I absolutely love this place.
Beautiful place.
Incidentally, I started my channel 3 years ago in Dominican with my family, and you very kindly took great care of me, and I came out. Thank you so much for your time as well. I really appreciate it today. How long were you at Innisbrook?
31 years.
31 years, and you started an institute at Innisbrook.
We started a clinic program to begin with, and it built into golf schools, and we finally named it the Innisbrook Golf Institute, and I had a great guy working under me. And we used it as a platform, believe it or not, to teach golf professionals how to teach while we were teaching amateurs. So one of the things that I'm most proud of in my career, we have, last count, over 170 professionals out in the professional world, directors of golf, directors of instruction, whatever. And they all came through the program, and we had and we helped a lot of people.
Yeah, it's a wonderful legacy to be able to take your knowledge that you gained over the years and be able to pass that on.
Well, I've been beaten by a lot of good people. I think I learned more from that.
Yeah. Well, I'm definitely here to learn from you. My channel caters very much to 50 plus golfers who are really struggling, especially with modern coaching. Not to say that modern coaching is bad. Well, I'm certainly not here to judge modern coaching, but I think the matchups are a little bit off on occasion.
Way off.
Okay, way off. Okay,
way
you hear it from the master. The matchups are way off. So we're here today to basically discuss, if you're a senior golfer struggling with speed, struggling with back pain, you know, I think we're
got a great orthopedic guy for you.
Listen, the chiropractors and orthopedics are doing very well these days as a result of modern coaching. Would you agree?
I totally agree.
I'm going to ask you some questions.
Okay.
The number one question I would like to ask you is the biggest mistake that senior golfers are making today with modern coaching.
They're trying to boil the swing down into pieces. And the older you get, our bodies just don't cooperate. And I think it has to be more swing-oriented, tempo-oriented. I talk about it, I do it myself. We have to play golf more around our core than we ever did. And we can't really think in terms of pieces of the swing. I mean, even way back when, one of the things I learned early was the wrists are simple hinges.
Leverage.
That's where you get lag from. You don't get lag from holding the club back. You get lag, but yeah.
Yes. Thank you.
And there's part of your speed problem.
Hey guys, a little TV timeout. Wanted to thank you as always for tuning in. Really enjoyed this collaboration with Jay Overton. I'm still here in Punta Cana having an absolutely fantastic time. Really appreciate you watching the video. This one's a little bit longer. There's some gold right at the end of this video, so don't cut it short. I know we're living in an age of instant gratification, you know, with 3 minutes videos and everyone's sort of moving on, but you're going to learn a heck of a lot. Also wanted to take this opportunity to thank everyone for signing up for my upcoming Swing for Life Golf Schools. March, April, May schools are completely filled. I believe I have 3 spots left in my June 16th and June 17th golf school. Would love to have the opportunity to help you increase your enjoyment of the game. There'll be a link in the description. Go ahead and go to that description and you can sign up there, or if you have any questions, you can reach me through my contact page. We'll talk to you next time.
Everybody is trying to put the club head on the ball and slowing the club down.
Yeah.
You know,
They don't have a destination. There's no destination, right? They're just
well,
this
it
violent
should be the
disruption.
target.
Yes, exactly. And where is it for most golf balls? Where's their finish line?
Right there.
Right there, the golf ball. A hit reflex.
Okay. Let me tell you something. One of the first things that came out of my dad's mouth, and there were 3 sons, but he told us from the time we could stand up and hit a golf ball, you had to hold your follow through and count 1, 2, 3. And, you know, if I didn't do that, my mother would yell at me and go, I'm telling your dad. And okay, so I finally, I don't know, I maybe was 8 or 9. I finally looked at my dad and said, why do I have to do this? I don't see or hear anyone else doing this.
Yeah.
And he goes, but you and I have talked and you said you wanted to be a professional golfer. And I said, yes, I do. And he says, well, that means you'll be playing on television. You'll be hitting a ball off the first tee with 500 to 1,000 people. Now, today, it's 10,000 people.
Yeah.
But back then, maybe 500 people. He goes, you're going to be really nervous. And if your body isn't trained to finish the swing, well, then the ball dispersion is going to be great.
Yeah.
But if your body finishes every time, even if you hit a bad shot, your dispersion's going to be better. And it's not a game of good shots. Everybody hits good shots, but it's really a game of how good are your bad shots. So
100%.
you narrow the dispersion. So I had to follow through each and every time. So I was a little bit of an overachiever. You know, Pinehurst, Innisbrook, I played a lot of tournaments, and I could go out there on a national stage and represent myself and my club pretty well, where other guys in my situation, they couldn't do it because the nerves were too bad.
Yeah.
So even today, I still stretch. I do a little workout, not in the gym, but mostly stretching, but I hold the follow through each and every time, because as bad as I can hit it, it still goes where I can find it.
So I know the body plays a role. We know how important it is for the body to play a role. I love Sam Snead's golf swing. All right, to me,
and why not?
He is the man. Okay, was the man, still is the man. Okay, Snead loved to use his feet and knees in his golf swing as well. All right, and a lot of talk these days is that we need to turn the upper body against and resist the lower body. I mean, it just drives me wild. It just drives me nuts to see golfers trying to do that. Yeah.
You know, I'll get a senior player, and he'll say, now, I don't understand how the guys on TV do this or that. And I said, okay, wait a minute. Why don't you just walk over there and walk back? He'll take 4 steps that way, 4 steps back, and I go, how'd you do that?
Just went for a walk.
Yeah,
I went for a walk.
I went right foot, left foot. Right
Exactly.
Foot, left foot.
Yeah.
I swung away from the target. I swung back to the target.
Yeah.
And I let the club, like a pendulum,
swing
pull me in one direction
Yes.
and pull me back in the other. I never forced the club down to the ball.
Yeah. You're not firing your body and hoping the club catches up.
No.
There's a cadence here. There's a cadence,
There's
right?
a cadence and there's a rhythm. I'll go back to, and maybe a lot of your viewers have heard of, what is it, the Little Red Book, Harvey Pinnock.
Yep.
He had a drill, and
Let's do the drill.
Ben Crenshaw was
Let me grab some teas.
a good friend of mine, is a good friend of mine. Saw him not that long after he and Cord redid Pinehurst #2, and they're to be congratulated for that. But Pinnock had he and Tom Kite in particular, left heel up, and to start the forward swing, the left heel went down simultaneously with the right elbow. and then all the way through.
Yeah, yeah. It's not
Very simple
It's
drill.
not an arm swing. It's not a body swing. It's a sequenced swing.
It's the whole body working together.
Exactly. Common sense. While you don't hit the ball with the backswing, I've seen very few really good pivots, so to speak, produce terrible downswings at the same time. There is a reaction to the way the club's being delivered, right?
Well, let's pretend that the camera and the viewers, you're a hallway mirror.
Yes.
So you're looking at me and I'm taking a backswing.
Yep.
You want to see my hands as deep and as high as my right shoulder. And if you can get back here, then you can deliver the club forward.
The key is to release the left foot.
Absolutely.
That is what's going to help you get a little bit more around the corner, because it allows the hips to move more freely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That makes a heck of a lot of sense.
One thing we haven't mentioned, any golfer, he should be his own coach. Not that you don't have teachers, not that you don't have some really good information out there that you have access to, but if you can't learn from this thing, then you got a problem.
The greatest instructor in the world, the golf ball. If you understand ball flight laws,
Well,
right?
it can start this way, that way, that way. It can curve, straight, left. 3 times 3 is 9. If the ball's airborne, you know exactly where your arms went every time, and you know what position your club face was in, and it gives you a fighting chance to correct it.
Yeah.
And when you're out on the golf course, by the way, you don't have an instructor.
No.
Except for the golf ball.
Yes.
And if you react properly to what happened, pay attention, hold your follow through, look, you know, you got a much better chance.
I think the discipline of holding the finish. My father got me into golf at you're a very, very young age, and he had me do some very basic drills. I'm going to just show you.
Okay.
The first drill he showed me, and I teach my son this, is just to hit balls with my feet together.
Absolutely. I had to do that at a minimum of 50 balls a day.
How did I know you were going to say that?
50 balls a day.
So guys, the objective really, we can keep our feet closer
tee
together.
it up.
Yeah, tee them up, okay? That's going to free up your motion. You're not worried about the outcome. You're just more focused on the process. But when we get our feet together, essentially, it helps a lot of different things, all right? The first thing it helps is balance. All right. If you tend to move your body all over the place, back over here,
Can't do it.
you're firing the kitchen sink at the golf ball. How many golfers do you have that fire their body at the ball from the top of the backswing?
Almost as many as try to lift the ball up in the air falling backwards.
Yeah.
Now, I'll give you the perfect example currently. Like I said, I've been beat by a lot of good players, and I really have been beat by a lot of good players.
You've beaten a lot of good players too,
right?
right?
A couple of them.
Yeah.
Okay. In the day, we thought about the lower body being the axis and the stability of the golf swing. Then we had a period where it was all about the core. And then you got a particular golfer right now, and you can look at video after video after video. And when Scotty Scheffler hits a golf ball, his head doesn't move. It doesn't go up, it doesn't go down, it doesn't go right, it doesn't go left. That's his core. That's his stability.
Yeah.
Okay? Everyone wants to look at his feet going all over the place.
Yeah, his head's unbelievably quiet. Yeah.
Exceptionally quiet, it doesn't move.
Yeah.
So, and then you look at Roy, and this is a thing people don't understand. Roy is almost the same way. He's probably got a little better lower body, but they see his head go down, but that's because he flexes his knees to spring into it and get more power.
Spring in and out, right? Yeah.
Now, when he's 50, you will not see his head go down.
Be more level. Yeah.
Much more level.
No question about it. And again, when we go down, obviously, we're talking about sort of using the ground here, force production.
Yep.
When we go, what goes down has to come up, and that can torque the spine pretty badly. Would you agree with that?
You have to jump out of the way to get, you have an option. Once you're down, you're either going to hit the ground
Yeah.
or jump back up
Yeah.
so you can extend.
Yeah.
And neither are
Particularly helpful, especially for senior golfers, in my opinion. I mean, I see these videos, and the concern you have is how these things being translated, right? When guys are going to the driving range and they're thinking, well, you know, I need to get into my left side, drive into my left side, and then I need to push the ground, kick, go straight up. And you got golfers that are already jumping up and down like a cat on a hot tin roof, right?
Do that again.
Yeah.
Because I want to point something out to everybody. Okay, that's not what they really do. What they really
You're getting shown that an awful lot.
Wait a minute. You think you see that? Play tennis. Just hit a tennis shot. Try to put your left hand in your pocket and hit a forehand. You'll probably fall on your nose. What happens? This goes up, tilting this down, and then we go low. High.
Low, high.
So we play golf not this way, we play golf getting the left out of the way, and that drives the right side through. Now, what the lower body does, okay, great. It depends on your age, your strength, your speed.
Mobility, yeah, for sure.
Absolute flexibility
Yes.
and mobility.
Yes.
You're spot on that.
Yes. So, head quiet, feet a little bit closer together. Wonderful drill for helping you really swing the arms freely, right? Not getting ahead of the body, ahead of the arms. But also, I think it makes it a lot easier to rotate the body freely from one side to the other. Would you agree? Just, I don't feel any effort there. And notice my knees.
I would add one thing. I would go ahead and let your right knee
let
point
it come
at the
up,
target.
right? So absolutely. And the further I get my knees apart, the more work's required to get my knees together. Would you agree?
Totally.
So if you're a little bit tighter in your hips, would you prefer a little bit narrower than wider? Because these guys are getting so wide, you know how strong they are. Not helpful as you get older?
I don't think that's helpful at all.
Yeah.
I really don't.
Yeah. So let's do that one more time.
Now this time, point the right knee to the target at the conclusion of the drill.
All right. And then up on the toe right here. Makes a lot of sense, right?
Roll up on the toe.
So if I was hitting what Jay said, if I hitting that forehand, it's exactly what it would look like, just like this, right?
Exactly.
Let's go ahead and use tees when you're doing this feet together drill. All right, so let's do exactly the same thing. Swing the club back.
There, that's perfect.
And even there, I felt a little bit unstable, and that's something I need to work on. Right? But if you're going to feel some instability downstairs, you'd have to work on it until you feel more in balance.
Well, that's why 50 a day, you know, that's what my rule was. Okay, then let's do one other little teeny drill.
Perfect. Let's do it.
One of my favorite guys to hit golf balls with on the senior tour was Gary Player. Absolutely.
I think I know where you're going with this.
Yep. Or Trevino.
Yeah.
Okay, either one, because if you played bad, you wanted to get a laugh out of Trevino, okay? But if you really wanted to learn something about the golf swing, and I love Gary Player because if there were bleachers over here with 50 people, most of the guys would go way over here or way over there, not Gary. Gary gets right in front of the crowd, and I would always go right beside him, and he would kind of use me to say, hey, this is a little bit of a younger guy, this is what we do. And we did the step-through drill. So he made me, in front of all these people, go this way, here. So you're right back to the feet together, but from there, step through, and then step through. Again, learning to gain your power and deliver the golf club with your right side.
Yes, no question about it.
We can't move the club 130 miles an hour with our left side at the ages, I'm 75, and I promise you, it doesn't work.
Yeah, I mean,
you need to use your body weight.
One thing I notice, and it's a subtle thing, and again, it's not a position. You and I are on the same page with regard to positions, but the one thing I notice at the point of collision, right, at impact with good players, can you see between my ankle and my right knee, guys, okay? What you'll see with really good players is that this isn't straight up like this, okay? What you're going to see is that this angle is 20, 30 degrees pitched which way, Jay?
Pitched toward the target.
Absolutely, towards the target. So you can see by doing that, I'm starting to move my pressure very correctly into which side?
to your left side or toward your lead side.
Towards the lead
if you
side.
were left-handed.
Absolutely. So doing the step drill, which I've done for many, many years, a huge advocate of the step drill. And again, people struggle with this. They're rubbing their tummy, their head, chewing gum at the same time. You know, right? You've got people that are kind of in here and they're stepping and everything. You've got to kind of work on this. Keep the ball in the center of my stance, okay? And then what I would do is I would move my lead foot towards my trail foot. Now they're together. And what we're looking to do, guys, as we get to the top of the backswing, as the club's reaching the top of the backswing, we're going to take a step into the lead side and then make sure, Jay, at the end of the swing, what do I want to be able to do here?
Well, remember the panic drill. So let me get in here. The panic drill would have you do left heel up and down, okay, with the elbow this way. So in this drill, he had it absolutely perfect. We're here. Now we take it back, and when we step, everything works together. The step, as soon as we make contact with the ground, and then Gary would always step all the way through.
Bring that right side through.
Okay.
Feet together. Hopefully I don't need to be practicing on a tee here. All right, so we're going to go back. We're going to step, and then we're going to go through it.
Perfect. And I know your viewers can't see the ball, but both his step drill and his feet together drill, the ball went absolutely perfect. Now, you wouldn't expect to do that each and every time, but if you just look at the transition, the rhythm, the timing, the relaxation, you know, as we get older, we can do that. We can't do all this mechanical stuff.
It's very hard.
Yeah.
Because downswing's happening in 0.25, 0.3 seconds. I mean, how much time do you have to be thinking about positions on the way down?
Zero.
One more thing I want to discuss. Most golfers slice, and everyone thinks people slice because they come over the top of it. I'm a deep believer the slice is a reaction to an open club face, right? With the grip, you don't even think about your amazing grip. You've had your hands on the golf club from what age?
15 months.
Do you feel like the grip's the low-hanging fruit for most golfers? I know there's different release patterns. You can match it up to your grip. But if you've got a really, really bad grip, how hard is it to leverage the club?
It's impossible. If you have opposing hands, and this is the way I start with all the instruction, you don't know if the right hand's going to square to the target or the left hand's going to square to the target. One will.
Yeah.
And the ball's going all over the place. If you really study the professionals, and I don't care if it's the females, and I teach a lot of ladies, Oberg, Scotty, Roy, just as examples, every one of those have what would appear to be a little bit of a stronger left hand. Now, the thing that goes unnoticed is every one of them, if you really zoom in tight, every one of them, the right palm is facing exactly where they want the ball to go. So those guys are good enough that if they want to hold it, they can drop it right. If they want to let it go, they can turn it.
Yeah.
But let's leave that to those guys.
Yes. Yeah.
Let's just try to, I call it fairways and greens.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Just find the fairway.
You're speaking my language. You're speaking my language, no question. So do you recommend a routine for a good grip initially for someone that's really struggled or they're making any kind of change? I always like to if I put my hands like your hands are to the side of you, I feel like it's a little easier to get my lead hand in a good
Have you ever seen anybody walk around like this?
It's always this way, right? Yeah.
Yeah, no. Hands, clap hands, hands in pocket, hands on, palms face each other. So as we put them on the golf club, we want to try to have the palms facing. That's rule number one. And then if I go a little bit where I can look down and see at least half of the emblem on the back of my glove, then I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
As long as that palm,
Yeah.
And the other thing that I insist on, you don't have any feeling up in the middle of your hands.
Yeah.
Your feeling is your fingertips.
Pay attention right here.
You've got to get the club as far down in your fingers as you possibly are comfortable with.
Yes. Yeah.
Now, my father had a saying with all his students. He said, if you can make the club head feel heavier when you swing it,
Mm.
then the club is in the right position, your wrists are supple, and you're creating enough centrifugal force to make the golf swing work.
Yeah.
So from where you are today, if you can make the club head feel a little bit heavier during the swing, just by lightening up.
Grip pressure is a huge problem for most. And it goes up through the joints, it goes through the elbows into the shoulders. As soon as you lock up the joints in your arms and shoulders, you're gonna stop swinging the golf club. I mean, what you're gonna do here is you're going to get miles out in front of the golf ball. You're going to drive your body, and this isn't going to move quickly. That's the problem. We're not creating club head speed unless we remain supple. We need some suppleness in the arms, right?
Well, the club head goes a lot faster this way than it'll ever go this way.
Yeah.
Doesn't even
100%.
move.
And then, the things I like to do for hitting draws, I mean, it's obviously the biggest challenge is the open club face, right? So if the club face is open, all right, will they be halfway back? All right. At the top of the backswing, we get a lot of people going this way, kind of raising this trail arm, moving internally, get the lead wrist in a very cuppy position. Or even on the way down, right? Starting down, look at my lead wrist. Where's that pointing? Up. Okay. Your rate of closure just isn't going to be enough.
No.
I mean, that's the problem, right? We're not going to be able to turn this club in time. It's going to go out to the right as a right-handed golfer. So any tricks you would say just to have a little bit of face awareness for hitting a draw?
Absolutely.
Love that one. These guys are all struggling with slices, a lot of them. So,
well, I like to hold the club.
Give us some gold. Back up a little bit, Jay, so you get into the camera.
I like to hold the club off the ground, maybe 8 to 10 inches.
Yep.
And as simple as this is, I want to take, I'll use this to demonstrate. I want to take the tee and point it right at the ball, continue my backswing with my body. As I pull it back, I'm pointing back at the ball. And so the wrist is not going to be this way. And if you can get the shaft back this way, and then this is the key to the draw. You have to point it again at the ball.
Yes.
So I have students, whether it's if they're right-handed or if they're left-handed with the other hand, they just point, and that develops a rotation of the forearm and a squaring of the club face.
Hold that position when you go through for a second. All right, can you see the position of Jay's lead arm? Lead elbow is relaxed.
Not here.
It's not in. He's got some expansion, not contraction. You agree? Some natural expansion. Lead elbow down, guys. Club up. You guys recognize that? I talk about it, what I call a hitchhiker drill, L to L drill in my videos all the time, just to get the club head swinging freely. Look how the club's rehinged on the opposing side of his body here on the left. So if we just go back and through, go ahead and grip that golf club, Jay. Look at how that club is rehinging. Absolutely perfectly.
Now the other thing, and we've already touched on it, but keep this in mind.
Yeah, please.
If you go down, then we're out of room, and we only have one avenue of recourse, and that's to
pull the arms in. Yeah.
So, but if you stay up, and then let it go, then you're well on your way to a draw and a solid shot.
I think maintaining height is essential for older golfers. I mean, without any question, there's so much talk of right side bend and getting the left shoulder down at the top of the backswing and the right shoulder down on the way through. I can't even get into these positions without straining my body. There's nothing natural about
it. It hurts me to watch you do that.
I mean, honestly, we know we have incline tilt, Jay. Right? We're bending forward. We're not playing golf up here. We know the ball's on the ground. But I love the way you talk about keeping the body moving through the shot.
But you're not bending your back. You're putting your hips out and your back pockets up, and keeping the core fairly straight.
Just a little bit of hip hinge. That's all it is, right? Just a little bit. That's all it is. Yeah.
And from there, we're just working around.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for your time today. I cannot thank you enough. Amazing to have you here, be able to share your knowledge and gold. And again, it's a game you never stop learning. And to be able to learn from you, I really, really appreciate it. Guys, if you have any comments, I always get back to everyone. If you'd like to share this video to a friend of yours that's struggling, take advantage of Jay's amazing knowledge, go ahead and do that. And thank you so much for subscribing. And come to Corrales.
Come to Corrales.
It's absolutely amazing. We'll talk to you next time.